Uttam Singh, working as a senior technical manager at RMSI. Since yesterday, there has been a lot of deliberation happen on the technology, usage of technology in the agriculture sector. As we all living in the information technology world, where electronics media, computers, mobile phone has changed our life, the way we live, we act and we think. However, despite of being available lot of technology, it is not being implemented at the ground level, or we can say it is a very minimal implementation of all this technology at agriculture sector. Now there is a need to integration of satellite, mobile, ground-based information, simulation model, which together can resolve the information darkness which is currently exists in agriculture sector. If we integrate all this technology together, then we can develop a complete decision support system which can customize to each end. Now, what is the PMI status? Before the launching of the PMFY, there was a very low usage of technology in the agriculture sector. But ever since PMFY has been launched, this technology platform has got more robust, and in coming future it will improve further, and it will lead to the transparency and credibility of the data generated in the agriculture sector. However, there is a most important is that the commitment of all the stakeholders, that is all the actors which are involved in the agriculture sector, to work together to use the available technology which exists. Now, how technology, what is the feasibility of that usage of the technology that can play a crucial role in the agriculture sector for the successful implementation of crop insurance? There are several technologies which exist, which I will discuss one by one. Technology is an integral part of this scheme, but we this need to stay abreast to the latest technology that is the need of the hour. There is a need to increase the efficiency of the operation, ranging from right from the functioning of the weather station to the CC, that is the last stage of the crop, use of drones for the crop health monitoring, satellite image usage, GPS enabled mobile usage to capture the photographs, and crop simulation model. Next, use of soil health card. Our honorable Prime Minister, they are putting much thrust on the soil health card. But while issuing the premium insurance premium, soil health card is completely ignored. This is not at all these are being used, because soil health card is very important. Currently, farmers need to be educated what kind of crops need to be grown at the existing soil, which if even there is a generation of the awareness program, okay, in all the soil all crops cannot be grown, while issuing a crop health card, using other health card, then at least not in the current season, from the next season they can be aware to grow their crop as per the suitable as per the existing soil. Usage of satellite and weather forecast system to disseminate early warning system to the farmers about the any adverse weather situation which can lead to the minimum or avoid of losses which is happening due to the any climatic condition like drought, cyclonic event, etc. In the field of data collection, currently almost you can say entire process is a manual system. So with the use of satellite, drone, mobile technology, that can get a cheaper way, faster mode of the data collection, as well as the accuracy level can also be enhanced. Now what are the opportunities which are ahead that can be applied in the agriculture sector? And all this technology has been successfully implemented in some of the countries. First, I talk about the big data analytics. Big data analytics can change the world. Big data means that is a computer learning. Big data, it is a very good tool to automate our entire processes. Like when I talk about the crop losses, crop health monitoring, infestation with the pest and diseases, all these things can be automated using the big data analytics. Like it is nothing but it is the computer learning. Like suppose there is an infestation with a certain pest and diseases that lead to there is a change in the canopy color, and different pests and diseases lead to the different color. These things, and if these field photographs can be captured from the field, and all these photographs may computer learn to automate the process, so that in future just we need the photographs from the field, and also that photographs although it don't need to go to the every time, just made few photographs available and feed into the system. Automatically they can detect what kind of pest and disease infestation is there. Similarly, crop health monitoring, if there is a certain type of stress in the crop, and if we have the enough number of field photographs, that can be used to teach the computer for the further assessment of the crop health monitoring. So big data analytics, it can change the world in the agriculture sector. Next is the advanced forecasting system. Currently what is happening, just before 2 days, 3 days or 1 week lag time, farmers are disseminated the information, okay, there is a likelihood of flood, or this year there is a likelihood of drought, but they don't have the enough turnaround time to protect their crop. There must even the IMD, they provide the forecasting system, but they don't, the timeline is not enough to take the protection measure, so that they can take the precautionary measure in advance to protect their crops. Integration of remote sensing and crop simulation model. Simulation model, what is a simulation? Mimicking the world. It's a mathematical representation of the real world. Simulation model, another is the very good technique, very good tool to estimate the crop yield. For that, what we need? We need all the basic information, agronomic information, weather information, and we need the quality historical yield data. Again, this is one type of, just like in the big data analytics, this is a one type of computer learning. And we using this historical data, we calibrate and validate the model for the location specific crop. And in future, what we need? Just we need the existing current weather data. Using that weather data, we can easily estimate or we can forecast the yield. Another technique, the satellite imagery, satellite technique. All which we talk only uses of NDVI. Why NDVI? There are several lots of another vegetative indices, and these vegetative indices, one cannot generalize. One indices might work with one crop or one climatic condition. Another vegetative indices can work for another location and another crop. Like there are few very widely used vegetative indices are NDVI, of course, EVI, index, crop water satisfactory index. These are the few indices which are most widely used in the developed country for the crop health monitoring, crop yield estimation. In addition to crop health, and again, these indices, if we judiciously use, and again for that we need the quality historical data as well. And these indices, if we integrate with the weather data, again we can refine our model. And once we integrate vegetative indices plus weather information together, and we also test what kind of best distribution function we can fit. Even distribution function also is vary from crop to crop. So for that we need to test what type of distribution can be applied to integrate all these parameters together and assess the crop health as well as crop yield estimation. Soil sensor. Still we are living in the world of 1947. There are very minimal usage of soil sensor to, and if there is a delay in the soil data collection, their status can be is changed. So there is a availability of soil sensor in the currently. So why don't we use the soil sensor to get the almost real-time soil quality? Drone technology. Yes, drone technology, although it's very expensive, but it can be applied to assess the crop health condition on a real-time basis, which is not possible. Like I did some projects where there is a infestation with the certain pest. I went to the field. I looked into the field. In the pest, which is not, it is such a way it was hiding that inside, just on the lower part of the leaves canopy. And what is happening? They are feeding upon the leaf and making the hole. But if manually, farmers, what they do? They go to physically go to the field. It's a soybean crop, which I am talking about. Manually, they go into the field. They are detecting where is the pest. They are throwing out that leaf from the crop. But manual operation, where this infestation happens, it is very difficult if you go at the farm level. But if we use the drone, it can easily be identified. Now another technology that we can use, that is a centralized data portal. Currently, while designing the crop insurance premium rate, there is a big challenge of the data quality, because currently data, although there is available data, but it is fragmented. It is not in one place. Some data it is a central government, some data it is a central state government, some data there might be some private agency. It is not at one place. And if government take the initiative to make the central data portal, to bring all the data at one place, so that the user, while doing the risk assessment, water resource department, agricultural department, there are several, all the airport stations which have captured the data, but all these data are not at one place. That need to be centralized if really we want to use the risk modeling technique at the precise precision level. Like I am giving just one of the examples. How to integrate. Like currently what is happening, remote sensing technique, either using one in isolation, we are not integrating satellite technique together. That technology that we can integrate together. Like in the simulation modeling technique, there are several sensitive crop coefficients which are used during while simulating the model. Like few sensitive crop coefficient information which are required, like leaf area index, fraction of absorbed photosynthetically active radiation. These two parameters are very sensitive crop coefficient. But currently what is happening, these two data almost these data are not available while in the simulation techniques, using the simulation technique. Because these data either for the research purpose or at the very pilot level, these data are captured. But at the larger scale, these information are not available. But why we need to collect all this data manually? There is a technique. From the remote sensing technique, this information like leaf area index, fraction of absorbed photosynthetic active radiation, this can be defined using remote sensing technique. And while simulating, what we do, we tweak this information manually. I don't know what is the correct value to bring the simulated output close to the reported output. But if we have the actual information, then obviously, then what is happening? If we use the just randomly we change this value while simulating, but sometimes when we forecast for the current season, there is a error. But when we use the actual information for that particular information, our accuracy level obviously can be improved. इसके improved technology which is available will help improve a proficiency in estimating yield losses, providing seamless connectivity and transfer of information among farmer, agriculture department, banks and agriculture company. With this, already Rolly has shown this one. We have developed pincer. This is our own proprietary profiler for insured crop exposure and risk. Under this platform, we have several modules: premium pricing, portfolio analysis, pre-season forecast, in-season tracking, policy verification. Premium pricing, we are doing both yield-based, that is a PMFY, as well as a weather-based. Pre-season forecast, here this year we successfully forecast with the accuracy level of 85% rainfall forecast during this season, and using the pre-season rainfall forecast, we forecasted all the major crops for the India in 2 months lag period in advance to the onset of rainfall, rainy season. In season tracking, we are adopting the same technology which I discussed, that is the stitching technique of the different remote sensing technique, and successfully, at least thank God this year we could do this technique, apply this technique. And policy verification and portfolio analysis also we are doing. So this is my talk on the uses of role of technology in the agriculture sector that we can apply successfully. Thank you very much.
From insurance companies, if they use this forecast, they can bring down the pricing or the premium quotation from the insurance companies. Is it true?
Yes, Bajaj successfully used our forecast. Reliance also. And using this our forecast services, they modified their premium rate. And they acknowledge as well.
What is the role of whatever you are doing it in the pricing trends on the commodity exchange? Because if you are predicting some forecast for crop and all, is it being used by those people who are doing or putting large stake on commodity exchange in forward trading and all that? Is it that you have reached that segment?
Neelam, commodity exchange that we talked about?
So we are working with a lot of commodity companies, like commodity companies which are working on pricing like Cargill, Monsanto, and Pioneer, Bunge, Glencore. So they do get pricing decisions on the base of our forecast of arrivals in the mandi. We are working with them.
But when it comes to India, then we find that we never come across RMSI name in the news items. Is it that you are not releasing this information to masses or to the nation?
From we have started this for insurance companies. We will start marketing from this early season. So we have not marketed too much in media or product.
This year only we came to the market where we ensured, yes, we got the confidence. We had the forecast range of 85 to 90%. Then only we come up to the market.
Yes, please.
Index, RSN, CSN, and fraction of absorbed photosynthetic. Could you throw some light on this, how it works and what techniques are used, how it can be used?
In the simulation crop simulation model, there are certain coefficients are used. Coefficients is nothing that is in case of crop, there are so many parameters like harvest index, leaf area index, and this is very much specific to the crops. Fraction of potentially active radiation. These are the crop coefficients. These more or less, and all these crop coefficients it has some range. Okay. In the model, already it is inbuilt information which when we acquire this model, like this epic, there is inbuilt all crop coefficients are available. But challenge is that these inbuilt crop coefficients this develop in some other places which cannot be used other location because there is different climatic pattern, there is different cropping pattern, different soils. What we need to teach this model as per our location where our area is. For that, what currently most of the users they are doing and how this crop coefficients we change as per we calculate the model. We have for that we need a historical data like yield data. Okay. We use there are so many inputs are required, weather parameter, soil parameter, agronomic management practices. Using for that particular location, using of these parameters we run the model and we get one output. Suppose for example give me one example, for a rice 3 tons per hectare. We got this is the simulated output. But in reality, and for that Suppose we simulated using the 2005 data, weather data, economic management practices. But for 2005, for that particular location, say there was the yield, actual yield was 2 tons, but our simulated output was 3 tons. Then what we need to do, all the parameters which we fed into the model, that was the actual, that particular location's rainfall, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, solar radiation, that was the actual. Soil parameter was the actual. Agronomic management practices were actual. What was not the actual, that was the crop coefficient, that we need the input. For that we tweak, we change the crop coefficient to bring that simulated output close to the actual. Okay. But currently most of it is randomly. However, but if we use the actual some sensitive parameter which few I mentioned, actual, which is not available anywhere. Research institute do, some pilot they do, but this is very at a pilot, very small scale. But a large scale is not available. But using the remote sensing technique, these parameters can be derived. And that parameter obviously will be the actual, that is that for particular case. And we feel this parameter, which we will get a more refined output. And it is very much possible to derive this parameter in the remote sensing technique. That's why we call it the integration of crop simulation model and the remote sensing.
How you capture agronomical practices from field to field?
Actually, we have the strong ground staff, and we are in the field of almost, we are doing this kind for the last 15 years. Almost all the agriculture intensive states, even district wide management practices which are very sensitive, like sowing date, sowing period, sowing window, harvesting window, whether there is a rainfall or irrigated, usage of nutrients. These information we have the robust archive with us. Even district level information we have this information.
Not sufficient. There is a lot of variation. You have to capture all variation. And
Yes.
for one person in district cannot capture all the variation from the district.
So if see what I talk about, as per the need, as per the requirement, even we did several village level simulations for to that particular location to collect this information, because at the post level we do the assessment at the district level. That is a requirement. Sometimes I did a project for the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, that was World Bank funded project, and for that they reached a error margin. If we need error margin within 10 plus minus 10%. For that we cannot do the district level. We cannot do the district level. For that we send our team to the village, to that particular location to collect those information.
I will say the person can collect all the data.
Yes,
Data
I
is
agree.
continuous changing. Agronomical practice on the field is doing every day, every time, in every hour. You have to capture all data. So it is required a huge manpower. And what's about the cost effectiveness of the technology? What about the accuracy of the technology? It is a big question.
I fully agree with you. Like management practices, yes, certain management practices obviously change, but few management practices like sowing window, it is the function of onset of rainfall. It doesn't change much. It is purely function of on that. For that we use. Obviously different crop variety onset date is fixed. That is the function of sowing window is fixed. That is the function of the onset of rainfall. But harvesting window there might be not fixed, because farmers use different variety, crop variety with the dealers which are available in that particular locality. And in the from the dealer, and if you purchase this variety, in the wrapper also we mention what is the crop duration. We do also inquire with the farmers. This year, what is the crop duration of this particular seed you used? But yes, there is certain parameters we do some assumption. It is not possible to collect all this. We do some assumption as well.
To develop a pattern, you teach the machine by continuously feeding it databases, and
Yes.
then based on the probability, you can advise the client or whatever. By
Yeah.
the probability of
Accuracy.
the patterns, right?
Yes, yes. Plucking, it happens in the 3 to 4 or 5 phases. Okay. But crop is in a very healthy condition. There is another technique to how to model this cotton crop for the yield estimation. Because what happens is cotton is almost white in color. So in the satellite it is white in color. Now come to the groundnut. Or not only groundnut, there are several pivot crops like the potato or the pivot crop is beneath the ground. For that, what we need, yesterday he also asked the same question. For that, we cannot rely only on the land side. We need to, and for that we need to long time series data as well. For the different stages of the crop, potato or groundnut, all these under the ground. Different sensitive stages like peak vegetative stage, ancestry stage, grain formation stage, ripening stage. We use different all the sensitive stages satellite imaging in the past, and we check if we use this one. We integrate different indices plus with the data. Because modeling technique, once we cannot rely on one parameter or two parameter or one answer. We integrate the weather parameter. Now what weather parameter sensitive we also check. Until unless we get some vegetative might be useful for the potato, other vegetative might not be useful for the groundnut. So we integrate all these parameters together. We fit the appropriate distribution function and check in the history what is the distribution function, what are the parameters which is the best feature for not only ground, all these crops we do like this.
Easier for the whole day, and we are thankful to you, sir, for this technical session.
Sir, my last question.
Yes.
You require historical satellite image for calculation of recently. Do you have any high resolution satellite image? Whatever the innovation is made within 2 years, nowadays we are working a high resolution satellite image, but historically we don't have any satellite image which you are using. You are saying like that we teach the satellite image historically, and we are estimation of ground.
Yeah. See, as much as possible, we try to use the satellite image with the fine resolution, and the data which we need the more historical database. If fine resolution data is not available, what we did, we downscale all this data to the resolution level which is currently available, and we integrate this data. And you are right, last couple of 3 to 4 days there is a more fine resolution data is available, and slowly we are refining our model using the recent available like Sentinel. Now it is about 5 days interval data is available. Earlier it was 18 days available. From this year only we did. So with the evolution of this fine resolution, we improve our model as well. Because when it was not available, what we can, no one can do. Maximum what we do, we did, we down.